All right, what's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rundown. Y'all know what the time it is, man. I haven't been streaming because I've been incredibly busy going back and forth. But I'm taking today out to actually make sure I get the work that I want to get done on the background and on here done. So let's go ahead and start the video off right. Shout out to Arlette and make sure you guys hit the like button. All right. Shout out to Arlette. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Arlette. All right. I think her name is Arlette Amuli. Go subscribe to her immediately. Go check out everything that she got going on. All right. She made it big. She got a deal going on with Netflix. So the show is definitely popping. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna do my review, man. I'm gonna stay for the whole thing. And then you guys let me know what you guys think. All right. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's do it. All right. So the first young lady is very beautiful, right? Um, I do find her attractive. She has a pretty smile. She kind of looks like Ti and Tiny daughter. Yeah, she kind of looks like Ti and Tiny's daughter, right? Um, no, yeah, I think she's a beautiful young lady. Very, very, very pretty smile. And for me, if I see a woman that got a pretty smile, we good to go. We good to go. Let me take this down and let me rearrange how I want to have the screen, guys. All right. 'Cause I'm going to have both of them side by side, myself and the video itself. All right. And try to make them even. Boom. Boom. All right. There we go. All right, there we go. So that's how I want the video to look. All right, so yeah, I think this is a very, 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 very beautiful young lady. I like more chocolate women, but yeah, she's beautiful. Let's continue. Arlette fine as hell too. All right, so yeah, this young lady is more of my type. She more fit the aesthetics of like my wife. Brown skin, slim, thick, very pretty smile, gorgeous white teeth. This is what men really want to see, right? This is all the qualities that I see in my wife, and that's part of the reason why I find her so attractive. Even she's almost 9 months pregnant, and she's still attractive. So this woman is very, very, very beautiful. Let's go. Okay, the next young lady, she's very pretty. She's very pretty. She had a nice smile. I like her locks. I'm not really a fan of her top, right? Not really a fan of her shirt. It's kind of given she need more breasts to wear this shirt. That's what it looked like. It looked like she don't have the boobage to actually to wear this shirt. She's kind of small, you know. So I think that the trick for women who have small boobs is to actually wear clothes that complement their body and actually wear clothes that make it um that makes their body pop. Like my wife has small breasts, so she wears shirts that make her body pop out. In this situation, I think this young lady could have wore a better shirt. That's just me, but let's just keep going. Hold on, let's go back on her. Hold on. Um, nah, I need to see her from another angle. Uh, she looks straight. I don't know yet. I don't know. Ah, yeah, nah, she's not the prettiest to me, and I don't like all the makeup and extra foundation that she has. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. So for me, yeah, no, I will pop my balloon on her immediately. Okay, we got a chocolate queen. Now, I think the video that's going viral is from an interaction with her and another young man where she said, I don't think I was his type. I don't think I was his type, basically downplaying herself because she's chocolate. I actually love her skin more than all the other women. I would choose her first. basically because of that. Like I really love dark skinned women, so she look like she in shape. She probably got a nice little body underneath all this clothes that she wearing. She's covered up properly, but still showing me enough skin that is giving me sexy, is giving me feminine, pretty smile. Yeah, I would date her. Mm-mm. Nope. Nah, I wouldn't do that one. Yeah, I wouldn't do her. Um, I don't like her dress. She's very flat chested. It appears that she's bald headed. Not really interested in that neither. So yeah, I wouldn't pop my. I mean, sorry, I would pop my balloon for her. I wouldn't choose her at all. That's just me. But we can keep going. Mm, yeah, she looked like somebody auntie. Excuse me. Allergic to aunties and no, she looked like somebody auntie, bro. Like, nah, I wouldn't date her, bro, because it's given auntie package. It's given, you know what I'm saying? I like her dress though. She put herself together well, but maybe it's just because I'm about to be 35 and she looks older. Like my wife don't look older. My wife is older, but she don't look older. Um, this woman looks older, so no, absolutely not. Mm, I like her even less. Sorry, guys. This is what I do when I go through the ladies. I gotta check them out and see what they look like. So let me go. Let me do this big screen so you guys can really see what they look like, right? Because oof, I'm not even sure if this even oof. Yeah, baby. I don't know. Yeah, I like the body, but everything else, like everything from the neck above, is just it's not looking right. It's not looking right. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to pop that balloon for sure, for sure. I don't even want to waste your time and just, give you some pipe. Nah, baby. Absolutely not. Nah. Pop balloon immediately. Child. Why did you even show up here? Why did you even show up? Why did you even show up? Child, that's crazy. It's crazy that you even showed up. Oh my God. Oh, look at, oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, nah, baby. No, baby. No, baby. It's giving fupa. You feel me? It's giving major fupa action. I'm not feeling it, mama. Pop balloon. Nah, that's definitely somebody auntie trying to get hit. Nah, it's over. It's over. I definitely would not be trying to date this woman. I don't know. Once I get to a certain age, I wouldn't even want to be in these kind of dating shows, bro. Like, nah, I'm Gucci, mama. I'm not trying to look like an old ass man up here looking for love. Cause that's kind of what she looked like too. Is it just me? I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh. Fuck it. Let's go.
All right, y'all, before we jump into Pop the Balloon, I do want to say thank you to Fashion Nova for sponsoring this video. The dress that I have on today is the Midnight Magic Fringe Midi dress in black.
Yeah, she's fucking beautiful. Arlette is fucking beautiful, and she literally got like body for days. You know what I'm saying? Body for days, bro. So, um, Arlette gorgeous. Shout out to her and her husband for really being a good couple that stuck together and built something that they can profit off and make that money and give to their kids, man. There's no other point of being in this shit if you're not making money for your children. You're not making money for your children, you're really wasting your time. My bad, guys. I'm over here doing too many things. Let me stay focused.
That being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Jared.
Jared.
Okay, so we have Jared.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
And what?
Okay, Jared is 38 years old, so he's an older bandit. He's almost in his 40s, and let's see why he is here. Is he here to find somebody to smash on? Is he here to find somebody to fall in love with? I don't believe that most of these bandits even want love. I don't believe most of these bandits even want love. I believe that most of these bandits, what they really want to do is they really just want to come over here and get clout, or they want to find somebody to have sex with. I heard one of these girls end up having the baby by one of these men, and they're not even together no more. Yep, I heard that one of these men will knock one of these girls up, and they're not even married no more, bro. So it's crazy, man. What's good? What's good? What's good, Frida Green, man? I appreciate you stopping by, bro. I definitely appreciate you stopping by, bro. I appreciate y'all stopping by, man. If y'all want to wrench, just let me know, bro. You feel me? Any donations you make to the channel, even if it's $1, $10, whatever, as long as y'all show love and I can verify you're a real person, I throw you a wrench, man. Just let me know, bro. But I'm gonna be doing these pop the balloons for at least the next 2 months, so let's go ahead and get it popping.
What do you do?
So I'm a senior manager for a Fortune 500 company, and I'm also a baker on the side as well.
Okay, and now what are some things you like to do for fun?
So for fun, love hanging out with friends and family. It could be anything from playing spades to being at a cookout to.
I think that's an admirable thing, right? I'm a big family guy too. So the fact that he wants to be in his family life, the fact that he wants to spend time with them, I see that as a win, right? Shit, if anything, ladies, let me know, do y'all believe that this man, a man who says that he enjoys spending time with his family, is that like a good thing? Is that not a red flag? Is that a green flag or a red flag? Let me know. Let's keep going.
Who, at a party. Also love working out. Fitness is very important to me. So those are a couple things that are important to me.
Okay, so you has a man who focuses on family and he cares about being in shape, focusing on his diet, making sure he has the best body. And that way, he never get fat, he never suffers from ED and can't get it up and can't please his woman. So, ladies, is this somebody who y'all would date? Y'all let me know in the chat.
I like having doing.
Okay, and now what do you look for in a woman?
Honestly, someone who's beautiful inside and out. Someone who has a beautiful heart and amazing character. Mm-hmm. You always are looking for somebody who's very attractive, but looks feed in your character is who you are at your core.
Right.
Someone who loves a joke, have fun, loves to be around family. Also somebody who loves to work out. Mm-hmm. Just like I just said, it's important to me.
I see nothing wrong with this young man right now. I see a young man who is focused on getting exactly what he wants, and he named it. However, I will say this: the fact that you only name beauty, right, and a good heart and fun, I'm kind of worried about that. You might not exactly know what you want from a woman, right? Now, there hasn't been any balloons pops thus far. Let's see what happens. And Frida Green, shout out to you for joining. Anybody who's watching, if you guys could just share the channel out to any friends, family, anybody who watch YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Let's go.
Yeah, so just someone who I can create a safe space for,
okay.
To where I feel appreciated, and to also where she can feel like she's being loved correctly.
All right, now what are some deal breakers?
A woman who lacks emotional intelligence, right? At this big grown age, I'm 38. I've been through a fair amount of things. So I just love a woman who's able to communicate how she feels, whether it may be good or bad. Just being able to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So we have not got any pop balloons yet. So let me hand you a pick. Everybody says this is the hard part, but I'm going to have you pop 3 balloons. Okay. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop 3.
This pressure.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. You're going to have to pop 3 balloons. Freddie Green says, I'm gonna put a link to your website on my channel, if that's okay. Oh yeah, bro, I definitely appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me, bro, I'm just chill now, bro. I got a family now, I'm married now, you feel me? My wife pregnant. I'm more focused on those things than beef. So I appreciate you, big dog. Let's get it. If somebody donate to the Cash App, just let me know, because sometimes my phone like is over there plugged in on the other side of the room. So it's not even over here near me. So if y'all do support, just let me know. Or just matter of fact here. All right, boom. Now I got it set up so I can see. All right, let's get it popping, guys.
Okay, we'll go right here.
Okay, 2 more. Work it, girl.
She was a fairy. Yeah, she was a fairy. Let me stop, man. I be on TikTok too much, bro. All right, let's keep going.
All right. So I am now going to have you ask our remaining 6 ladies a question.
Okay. So the first question I had for the remaining ladies is, what's something from your previous relationship that you learned about yourself that you're going to take into your next relationship that make you a better person?
What is something from your previous relationship that you're going to take into the next relationship to make yourself a better person to date? I think that's an interesting question. Right? For me, I would take trusting people. I don't trust people the way I used to, right? So, you know, one thing that I do is I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt unless they show me that they're not worthy of being trusted, right? That's when I know, well, now I got to actually change shit. I got to actually stop being as nice. I got to start being more aggressive. So sometimes you have to move accordingly to who you dating. You can't just, like me, naturally, I like being passive sometimes, especially with women, whatever. But with like my wife, for example, sometimes I have to, not put her in her place, but I have to be more aggressive, right? And that's usually the energy that she responds to that gets me what I want. But let's keep going.
Okay, we'll start here first. Name and age.
Hi, my name is Shahira. I'm 35.
And Shahira, what do you do?
I am a footwear designer. I have my own footwear brand for women with larger shoe sizes, 9 through 14.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, see, he didn't want the same ones that I thought was unattractive. I said the same exact ones that I didn't want, he didn't want. Because at the end of the day, those girls not attractive. That's just what it is. Those girls not attractive, bro. I mean, maybe to some other guy, but just not to me. All right, my wife is very beautiful. I only like dating extremely beautiful women. My wife says, why do these men always want to know about the previous relationship? I'm so tired of men wanting to know about other men's dicks. I don't think that's fair, babe, because I remember us having conversations about you saying that you did, like with your ex, he didn't want to know anything about your relationships, and you would say, well, he didn't want to know you, right? So I see that I can't accept that, because I know for a fact that, again, like I said, talking to you specifically, I know you wanted your ex to actually understand you and how you moved in other situations, because you talk about those things. So, for example, with me, with my wife, when she talk about situations she's been with in her past, that I have no problem listening to her, because it teaches me more about her that I would never get a chance to learn, because we can't go back and rewrite history. So I think when a man asks a woman, what have you learned from your past relationships? I think that question is valid, whether it's a man posing to a woman or a woman posing it to a man. Okay. The next chat says this means it will have to be first for you to it will have to be first for you to turn it into a positive. And I don't understand why do you want me to say something negative about myself? It's ridiculous, stupid ass question. Okay. Nate says the chocolate and the greens is very beautiful. Okay, yeah. I think we're talking about those women. Hey, Fear. Hey, everybody. Let's keep going.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Vulnerability is the number one thing that I've learned from my past, and just to be more open and communicative about my feelings. I would hold things in, and then it would just, come out in ways that wasn't beneficial to the relationship. So now I'm learning to communicate, be honest, be vulnerable, because I want the same in return. So yeah.
I agree. I think vulnerability is very important in relationships. But I would say this, a lot of times where women don't feel like they can be vulnerable is because the men aren't doing what they need to do to put them in a vulnerable position. A lot of the times they're judging these women. Like, again, me and my wife, we can talk about almost any and everything, whether it's my past or her past, because I don't judge her. I'm not gonna call her out of her name, or I'm not gonna shame anything that she has done sexually or shame anything she has done in a relationship, right? Only thing I want to know is who you really are, right? It's just who you really are, so I can know who I'm loving. So I think there's nothing wrong with asking somebody to just tell me what have you learned in your past relationships that will make you move differently in this one. I think that's a very valid question. Let's continue.
For sure.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae Moore with 808 and Trinity. I'm 33.
And Janae, what do you do?
I'm a servant of the Lord. So I am a personal assistant. That is what I do right now, currently.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
So what I've learned, I would say I haven't been in a relationship since I've been saved. So now that I'm saved, it's really the Lord who's changed how I have relationships now. So I would say that what I've learned from the Lord is patience, having the fruits of the Spirit, patience, communication, understanding, just allowing someone to just not making assumptions on what they mean, maybe asking them, what do you mean by that? And just having a heart posture that is good.
Okay, so we have a reformed Christian because she said she hasn't dated since she has been saved, which means before she was saved, she probably was dating. I'm not going to say anything about that point of her life because I wouldn't be able to know, right? What I will say is this: I see value in her. She's beautiful, right? She is God fearing. She wants to do better. She's actively trying, and I can work with that. I can work with somebody who is actively trying to do better in life every single day of the week. And she's a beautiful woman. She really is. But let's keep going, guys. And shout out to the ladies. Ladies, let me know if you would date this man that's presenting himself to be a good man. Let me know if you would pop his balloon or would you allow him to take y'all home. Let's go.
Thank you. Your name and age.
My name is Jessica and I'm 36.
And Jessica, what do you do?
I am artistic director for a dance studio.
Okay.
And if you can just answer his question.
Sure. I would say something that I didn't do in my relationship that I'm focused on prioritizing this time around is making sure that I make my significant other the most important person. I think sometimes we allow time to get away from us and devoting too much time to other things, but just prioritizing quality time with that person.
Okay.
All right. Your name and age.
Hold on, before I go to her, I just want to say this. So that was actually a very good answer, right? And honestly, that made me more attracted to her because she had a good answer, right? I don't find her physically attractive, but that was a very, 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 very good answer. She wants to do right by her man. The only thing I would say is this: as a father, I could never just put one person first. My wife, my children, they're all on the same level. I love them all. I protect them all. I will die for them all today. So I could never just put a woman above my children. I don't expect my wife to put me above her children. I think that's that can cause issues within a relationship?
Prioritizing quality time with that person.
Okay.
All right, your name and age.
Katera Wilder, 38, and I'm a biomedical engineer.
Now, Katera, if you can go ahead and answer his question.
So for my previous relationship, I realized that love isn't enough. I was in a relationship and we loved each other deeply, but we needed more than just that. It needed to make sense in terms of logistics, like where we lived. It was a long distance relationship. And so as much as I want to have a partner, I want someone who's also intentional about making sure that they're ready for a relationship, like a marriage.
Oh yeah, that she the one right there. That's the one. We have a winner, everybody. Yeah. Not only is she chocolate, she's slim thick. You feel me? Like y'all be sleeping on women that shaped like this because people be saying that my wife is skinny. Let me tell y'all right now, Gently is not skinny. She is far from skinny. Let me tell you that right now. All right. Listen, this woman is beautiful and she's determined to be married, so she just don't want to just wait around and see what happens. I like when people move with intentions, and I like the fact that she's being intentional about what she wants and what she desires out of this situation. That means that she's not going to play games with me. I'm not going to play games with her, and if we both put our heads together, we probably get the desired result that we genuinely want. But nevertheless, guys, let's continue. Hey, Fear. Hey, everybody.
Okay.
Your name and age.
Liz, I'm 36.
Liz, what do you do?
I'm a business consultant for a software company.
A lot of smart ladies up in here today. All right.
Okay, so we got a lot of we got a lot of nice, beautiful nerds in here today. And if she had the chest of the woman next to her, I think that top would fit her better as far as appealing to men. But I just don't like the green shirt. It looked like something that you would get from Salvation Army. She looked like she's a thrifter. I said thrift. So listen, little nerd girl. I don't know. She got a pretty smile. Let me see how her personality is. Let's go.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I would say the number one thing that I learned is how to be a better communicator. I would say at times I probably wasn't the best communicator, even little things like if I need more time to think before we have a conversation about an argument we just had, I wasn't the best at communicating that. So I would say how to be a better communicator for sure.
Instantly more attractive young lady. She just said that she want to learn how to communicate better. That's what she want to do, is learn how to communicate better and learn how to, instantly more attractive. Let me tell you right now, communication for me is damn near love language. How you communicate with me tells me everything I need to know about you. If you don't know how to have respect, if you don't know how to approach me in a certain type of way, then we're going to have issues or we're going to be cool, but it's all determined on how you communicate. That's a big factor. So having a woman that can take accountability and communicate what she wants or what she did wrong or what needs to be done, man, listen, fellas, me and my wife talk about everything. If she feel that she needs something or she feels some type of way, she tells me. If I feel like I need something or I feel some type of way, I tell her. It's just that simple. Like I told her, I said, wife, with this pregnancy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Your body been aching. Man, I've been needing some pussy, but I'm never going to cheat on you. So, I mean, what can we do? You know what I'm saying? And we came to, she said, you know what, husband? I'm going to do what I can do. Right? You shouldn't have to go out here and be subjected to not getting no sex. No. And she gave me exactly what I wanted. And it was marvelous. So I don't know, man. I think a lot of the times I look for people who are great communicators in every sector of business or in every sector of my life. It's not just like I'm looking for somebody romantically to communicate with. I like my friends who communicate well. I like my family communicate well. Communication to me is a very big deal. All right, let's continue. Bag, and they doing a full body. Let's see what this look like.
So I do apologize for that, but my focus was on you.
He was trying to slide on you, baby. You fucked that up.
Okay.
Oh, he coming with the crazy questions. Who is the most important man in your life, and what qualities about that individual stand out to you? Okay, let's go.
Fun even in his old age, but he's also
06. Shout out to the Alphas. The first fraternity, 1906, December 4th on an ice cold Tuesday at Cornell University. 7 Jews. Come on, man. I knew it was something about her and her dad at Alpha. Oh yeah, if I wasn't married, I'd have been walking out of there with her for damn sure. I need you, little mama, and your dad at Alpha. Man, let's go, man. Let's go make little alpha babies. Let's go.
one person. He loves my mother. And I just feel like I've seen what it looks like to have a husband who is funny. He likes to have fun. He was actually at a probate yesterday because he's an alpha. And so he still has fun even in his old age. But he's also serious. And so, yeah, he is my example.
Okay, what about over here?
I would have to echo her sentiments. My dad is the most important man in my life right now. He is just an extremely unique individual.
I kind of expected everybody to say their dad. If their dad was alive, I expected them to say their father, because I mean, who else would be more important outside of your father, your brothers, or your sons, your uncles, something like that? It's probably some man that had influence on their upbringing. Yeah, she is very pretty, Casey. Very pretty.
He always taught me to always be myself and to love people.
Sure.
And let's hear from you over here.
I'd have to say my grandfather. He's my favorite person in the world. He's so amazing. He just is a provider. He cares about us. He takes care of us. I mean, even now, like, he gets my oil changed. So, like, I'm just used to he's just somebody who he takes care of the household. He takes care of 2 households. So I just love him.
And what about
It sounds like she loves her grandfather because he's a consistent individual. He take care of the household. He do what he needs to do, and that's something that a lot of men are not doing today. So shout out to her grandfather, man. I hope that one day when my son has children, that my grandchildren speak about me so profoundly. Right? That's the real love right there. Like Dahlia in the building, she says, "I want to get stones and grill for my teeth. My great granny had gold and dentures in her dentures." So, okay. Shout out to your OG. My wife says, "Why would you ask that question? Because in my mind, you're going to want the most. Sorry, you're going to, in my mind, you're going to want to be the most important man in our life." Oh my God. So now we're going to dive into if they got daddy issues or if they got problems with men across the board. This is stupid to me. I love you, wife. I love you. Let's go.
here?
I would say the same. My grandfather, he was so kind, and his love for the Lord was amazing. Like, that's what I strive to be. And he just loved love. He recently passed away the day before Valentine's Day. And
God rest his soul, man. I lost my father last year, so God rest his soul, man.
And it's just so coincidental because, he was just so loving, so kind. He was also a provider. I didn't have to think about anything when I was with my granddad, and he was 95, and that's exactly the kind of man that I want to marry one day. And he taught me about vulnerability and all that stuff. So I'm a completely different person thanks to my granddad. So
That's a good question. All right.
Shout out to her granddad, man. Rest in peace to the OGs out here, man. The ones who was really in our lives. You feel me? I think about my dad every single day. Every single day, I think about my dad. They said she needs to be on Christian Mingles. I agree. She definitely need to be on Christian Mingles. She'll probably have way better chances of meeting what she actually wants on there. Out here, she's going to meet people who just treat her as a piece of sex because she is beautiful, right? Very attractive. So let's go.
All right. Time to pop.
Okay, so he need a woman that's going to pour into him, a woman that's going to give him positive affirmations. I don't mind that. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that at all, man. Let's keep going, guys.
Pop a balloon. Oh, okay. Let's come this way. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Damn, the Christian girl said she threw it, bro. I wonder why she didn't want to date, bro. I wonder, like, what's wrong? Maybe because he haven't talked about God enough, and she, she on a path of redemption in the eyes of the Lord, so she can't be dealing with no fucking heathens. I respect that. Let's see what she says, though.
So I was like, I really didn't want to pop. I think you're attractive and I love what you do. I think your career is great and like what you have going on. I'm very into men with purpose and who are high achieving. So I think that that's awesome. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I just don't have anything to pop on him. But I do feel like you're a little bit older. I mean, I'm open. That's why I was like, should I wait? Because I'm open to dating somebody a little bit older. But I'm used to dating people who are maybe like younger looking. And so that's kind of it. It's not a lot. You're awesome.
Appreciate you.
So she didn't even block bro because he not a Christian or something like that. She got rid of bro because he looked too old.
Wow.
And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
You were supposed to go be with that man and love on that man and be his wife. But this is what I'm saying too. I meet a lot of women like this over the years where they be talking about Jesus and stuff, but they still move off worldly desires, right? They still move off worldly desires. They're not, the men do the same thing, right? They quote the Bible, at the same time, they're doing goofy shit, right? Like looking for women to have sex with, looking to see who got the best cootie cat and all that other goofy shit, man. It's crazy. Anyway, KC Cooper says she doesn't need to be on this show. She's rude. Israel says women are cooked. The only thing to attract women is money. So fellas, use money as a tool, as leverage. I mean, guys, make sure nobody get timed out. I'm not sure what chat he's in, but no times out, guys. Thank you, Israel. We appreciate you and everything that you're saying in the chat. And I disagree. The link is in the chat. I drop it now. If you want to come up and have a conversation, just let me know. Let's continue.
Sure.
Yeah. I just want them to have a chance. I want you to have a chance with somebody. Yeah.
Got you.
Now she's someone that's your type?
For sure. I usually go for women who are a little bit taller, but she's very beautiful. Yeah, so definitely my type.
Next 2 years.
Okay.
All right, I think that's a valid question for her to ask. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? Do you plan on actually being a husband? So I hope that he gets this question right, because I believe that all the ladies wanted him. They just wanted to see what type of man he was going to be, and his character and demeanor and how he carried himself. So shout out to the black man. The black men are winning, man. Let's get it.
In the next 2 years, getting a promotion with my company, and then also growing my bakery business. Yeah, so those are the two things that I see myself going in the next 2 years.
Okay, so he has a lot of financial goals. He has a lot of entrepreneurship, dreams. Like that seems like what he wants to do, and I'm not mad at that. Israel, I can't even see you in the back at all. It look like your camera might be off or something like that. Is there any way you can turn your camera on? That way we can know you're a real person before we let you up on the panel. Just let me know, my brother. But while Israel gets camera together, let's continue.
Yeah. Okay. What about over here?
I'm curious about a life philosophy or motto and why that is for you, if you have one.
Okay, so let me oh, he said he's at work. Okay, let me see if I can get bro to Give me 1 second for you, my brother. I got you. It says they need to connect to their camera mic before you can add them. So yeah, if you at work, my brother, if you can't really speak, no, yeah, you can't. Yeah, if you can turn your mic on, then yeah, you can come on the panel. Just let me know when you turn your mic on, Israel. Okay, I appreciate you. I agree. Nay says so. Stop wasting these ladies' time. Kay Cooper says it's not what women want. She wants to hear. Sorry, that's not what women want. She wants to hear getting married. Yep, Nate, he seems like the type that will just hit and quit it. Ciao. Ciao. All right, so let's keep going.
I don't won't necessarily.
Goofy already. Dude, he got a sleeveless shirt, bro. It's over. They about to pop they shit. Let's watch.
Wait a minute. He do?
Hello, welcome in.
Yeah.
Not the vest. Not the vest.
And you
Oh,
through.
hell no. You too.
Before you even get a chance to start, it's over. Before you even get a fucking chance, bro. Let's get it.
What's your name?
My name is Alex.
Alex, how old are you?
I'm 42.
And what do you do?
I'm a professor of theater. I'm also an actor, and I have a theater podcast called The Frogs, where we talk theater and we talk shit.
Okay.
It's over. Why would you say you got a podcast, bro? You know it. Child.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with being a podcast. Don't get me wrong, but sir, I can still get it out.
Women don't want to hear that shit. Women don't want to hear that shit, bro. On God. The last thing they want to hear is you a podcaster, bro. It's over. Especially like in this age where men make podcasters just look uncool, bro. They make podcasters look like, you know, like assholes. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the Kevin Samuels or the white ones too, bro. They all do the same things now. Anyway, let's continue.
And now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I go to see plays. I go see movies. I hike. You know, I'm also big on I'm big in history, politics. I read.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what do you look for in a woman?
I look for somebody who is compassionate, somebody who's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I like smart women. Somebody who is sweet, good listener.
Yeah.
And those type of things. Yeah.
Bro, you only got one balloon. You only got one option there, bro. It's over. You might as well stop explaining whatever the fuck you trying to explain, bro, because these women really not trying to hear that shit. High key. Anyway, let me go back to the video. I just wanted to show you that every single balloon was popped except one. For the record, Israel said, make women modest again. This is not Israel Mills. This is some other gentleman. I don't know who this is, but shout out to him.
Okay, modesty has anything to do. I'm like people that explain that because most women are modest or modern. I mean, so you don't want women to have their perfect figure. Are we supposed to just go after you just because you decorate a soldier and you may have a little money? That's what we're supposed to always do. You can't, have options at all. No? Okay. You gotta explain modest to me.
I don't understand what they mean by that either. I don't understand when they say a woman has to be modest. I wonder what he mean by that. You welcome to share in the chat what you mean. But let's keep going.
Okay, what are some of your deal breakers?
Somebody who is not curious, and curious about people, not curious about, different like belief systems. Somebody who's
Yeah, nigga, most of them balloons are popped. Casey Cooper says he's not ugly though. I would have given him a chance. Okay, with the vest and everything, I guess he got to show the arms off, man. But hey, shout out to you, my lady. Shout out to you.
Your name and age, please.
My name is Shahira. I'm 35.
Okay. And Shahira, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
He's an attractive guy.
Thank you.
Just I don't love the vest. I feel like I'm not into actors in theater. I don't.
You know how many times I hear that?
I don't like actors.
But let me. I will say. I mean, not you. I totally appreciate. Appreciate and I respect what you're doing. I'm also an intellectual though. I'm also a professor of theater, and I'm also like, I totally understand that because there's so much that comes along with actors, like this ego, this instability, right? But being a professor, that's something that grounds me from an intellectual point of view, from a financial point of view, like tenure track, all that other stuff. But
yeah, you're proving it right now. Yeah, see. Instead of you just accepting that rejection, you gotta explain. That's why your balloon got popped. Yeah, you don't know who we're getting with you. I didn't care. I don't care about you being a victim of you don't have to explain that to me.
I'm confused too on what exactly he wants from these women and what response he was expecting from these women. I'm very confused about it. I don't know what the fuck he wanted. Shout out to my wife. Wife, can you let me know when you made it down there in Chicago? Okay. Let's go.
For you.
Thank you.
Now she's some.
And yeah, I mean, kind of what she said with acting and all that. Like, it's cool. I'm glad that you're a professor. I appreciate you being smart. I like smart people, so
really?
That's good.
Let me say this. So, let me say this. A lot of the times when you have women who say, "Oh, I don't care about actors," they saying that to a rich actor, in their face, right? Basic actors who are like behind the scenes, stuff like that, they don't get absolutely no love on these situations. And I mean that absolutely no love when it comes to, the art that is acting. But at the same time, I can't say that, I can't compare him to Michael B. Jordan. I can't compare him to Jonathan Majors. So I don't know, maybe I'm reaching, but I feel like she was on some bullshit just now. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. My wife says her doctor appointment went well. Our son is now 6 pounds and 5 ounces. Let's go ahead and let's get it, man. Shout out to Aegon for growing inside the belly, man. My wife says, why is he dressed like a tribe member?
That's true.
Okay, you heading back now, babe? All right, I'll see you soon. I love you. Be safe. A nigga trying to get the ancestors to come back to help him.
He got that cow skin vest on and shit. Well, he in Arizona, so it might be hot.
But still, what make you go buy a fucking Native American vest and throw that bitch on with the Air Force Ones? What's wrong with these niggas? That nigga got the... And then, look, he probably was hunting vampires with them niggas from Sinners. You know what I'm saying? God damn, look like a Navajo Indian on this bitch, bro.
Don't talk about the Navajo. They have more benefits and they would definitely not wear that in the summertime.
Them niggas
not in Arizona.
I'm not feeling this shit. I'm not feeling. And he got the little African bees on there. Did you peep that? How you wearing African bees but a Native American vest? What? Come on, man. You know what? I didn't come here to talk crazy about bro outfit. I only mentioned it because my wife said something. She said he dressed like a tribe member. Black Dahlia says, modest. is unassuming or moderate in the elimination of one's abilities or achievements. So, no. Casey Cooper, I gotta give Casey Cooper a wrench. Casey Cooper, if you could hit the cash app for me, even if it's $5, $10, $1, just whatever it is, my lady, just hit the cash app. Support the channel, and I make sure I rent you up because I don't want no comments to be deleted or some bullshit like that. All right. Everybody else who are in blue, Black Dia, Fear, everybody else, they've donated hundreds of dollars to the show. But thank you. My wife says not everyone wants an older man. This literally destroyed most male theories about all women, especially younger men wanting older men. She said no, bruh. Yeah, she definitely said that nigga was old. She was trying to be nice about it, but I'm pretty sure Nate heard what she said too. She called him an old ass man without really calling him an old ass man. You know what I'm saying?
But it just proves that women really like older men like that. It proves that. That's what it proves. Like, yeah, it's okay for you to be slightly older than them. Like, most women don't go for men who are substantially older than them. Like you being
Okay,
25 and you being 42. Like most women don't go for men like that. Usually it's like a
okay.
couple of
Me and Nate are
years.
about to have a debate. I'm gonna let you
Oh
finish
Lord.
first.
Go ahead. Start it off.
I'm gonna do the clock. I'm gonna do the clock too. God damn it. So look, this is what I believe. I believe that women do want older men, but they want men who are successful, men who have their shit together, men who can provide, protect, provision, men who are emotionally stable. And I feel like um the man from the video, he didn't resemble that. So I feel like when I see a lot of younger women, whether it's a 5 year difference or a 10 year difference, whatever it is, they're usually going for men who are well off. Think about it, like Shannon Sharp and the situation that he's in, or Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, who has a 48-year difference, almost 50-year difference. So I think that there is a lot of proof that I can bring up to substantiate that, like Israel is saying in the chat, that when it comes to money, women don't care about age. I can see my time.
Okay, so when it comes down to money, you could be a young man with money. So yes, women don't care about age when it comes down to that. As far as stability, how you present yourself, your character, also does not come with age. It comes with experience and experience. So just because you're an older guy with money doesn't mean that you're experienced or mature. So you can have all these money. That's why a lot of men with a lot of money have troubles with women. Yes, those women are chasing after you, but they're not chasing after you based on, oh, you're stable. Oh, no, they're chasing after the money. Of course, those women. But most women, they're looking at your character, how you present yourself to the world, how you treat people, what type of father you'll be, especially if you're a young woman with a father in their lives. Most women usually go after men who pretty much mirror their father. Now, if their father is older than their mother, then yeah, that happens. But it's very it doesn't really matter. So we can substantiate that most women go after character. We don't really care about if you have money. It's good to have money, but still have some type of level playing field for us to be able to coexist or be interpartnered with each other. So yeah, you can can that. Oh, just because Bill Belichick went after a younger woman because that's what y'all look for. uh, who's to say that she went after him? Because most men go after younger women. Am I correct?
I agree.
Okay, then. So it can be, you can say it's vice versa, but most of the time when men get older, they have this quote unquote midlife crisis where they think that having a younger woman is going to make them more young, feel youthful, when that's not necessarily true. So yeah, women usually don't care about the age. Yes, I mean, no, you don't have to go with the older man just because he has money. No, Reason why I'm with my husband, even though he's older than me, I looked at his character and how he presented himself. I didn't look at his age.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
I said, why gently is with you? You're younger than her, correct? But she looked at your character and how you presented yourself.
Nah. Psych.
No, don't even play. Don't even play.
Nigga gotta start capping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nah, I'm about to edit that debate right now as we speak. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Mm,
No, she's someone that's your type.
I ain't got no type, you know. Bad bitches.
What?
No, she's someone that's your type.
I ain't got no type, you know. Bad bitches is the only thing I like.
See, that's see, and that just proves.
That's true.
To prove exactly what I just said, correct?
Yes, you got it.
And you saying something like that is dumb as hell. At your big
I
boy.
don't got no type, baby. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like, baby.
Yeah, you just thank you for proving my point. Edit that in there too.
Bro, aren't you like 40? Why are you quoting Ray Shrumman? When the last time anybody even talked about Ray Shrumman, bro? What is wrong with y'all? Bad bees is the only thing that I like, man. So now I know you be dating white women. I can just see it on you. Only a white woman would say, "Oh my God, you got the Navajo vest on? You got the Air Force Ones?" Nah, man. Something don't feel right about here. You one of them niggas that I gotta invite inside. Nah, man. Absolutely not. My wife says the Bill Belichick and Shannon Sharp thing is not the average dating situation, and not the situation that most women find themselves in. So that's not average. I understand that, babe, when it comes to dating, but were they really dating or were they just smashing? I feel like he was just smashing her. I don't feel like they were actually dating. My wife says the average woman between the ages of 21 and 30 is not looking for a man 30 years her senior. I don't think that she's looking for it, right? But I think there are a lot of women that go when those men come around, especially if they have resources to provide. That's all I'm saying. That's my argument. That maybe they're not looking for it, but if some of those men, particularly the ones who have resources, come into their lives, they might go for a night, for a month, for a few months, for as long as it's beneficial to them. I think I can substantiate that.
You can
Hey,
do that
Mark.
on both sexes. I'm like, cause the resource. You can say that for both sexes. Most of the time, when people pair up, it's according to what you have and what y'all can provide for each other. There is something that you have that he wants, and something that he has that she wants. So y'all actually combine your resources. That's what you're supposed to do as a couple. But yeah, most of these younger girls are going after the money because that's what they're told. Um, and it's not like those men are denying those young women. Because of course, a mature man should be with a woman who has stability of her own, something that she can, offer. The only thing young girls can really offer you at the time being is you, youngness. So he can feel you.
And
So
I'm gonna say the same thing Queen Sheba said. Vagina don't have no age. You know what I'm saying?
it really don't.
Like women at all ages have good vagina. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there are
That's
women that's 50 that have good vagina. I'm pretty sure there are women who are in their 40s, like my wife, that have good vagina. My wife got better vagina than some of the younger women I was hitting
it
over the
does.
last few years. That's a fact.
One thing that I was taught that it never dries up, but addiction never dick usually never already. So my hole will always stay wet while yours are dry and shrivel up. Sorry, sorry, not sorry.
That's just unfortunately a fact. that men don't like to understand and live with is that part of a woman's body will always be valuable, bro. I've met women in their 60s that still got young men coming after them. Like, let me tell you this, right? My kid's grandma, I'm not gonna say which one, but my kid's grandma, bro, young niggas holler at her all the time. When I was with her daughter, young homies would pull up, and I'd be watching from the car. They might be shopping or whatever, bringing groceries, so I can put them inside the car or whatever. And the little niggas would be on her, what I'm saying, more than they be on the one that I was dating, because she older. At this point, she in her 50s. What I'm saying? But she's small, she got body. I mean, body on both sides, ass, titties, thighs, all around, just thick as hell. You feel me? And the young homies was all over her, bro. Like, and I haven't met a man that she introduced me to that wasn't satisfied, bro. Not one. You feel me? So that whole thing about you got to get a younger woman so you can get a better sexual experience, that is a lie. Trust me when I tell you that. Let's go.
Oh, and the cussing.
I think I said biddies though.
Did you?
I said biddies.
Let's rewind the tapes.
Let's rewind the tapes. Let's do it.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's go over here. Your name and age.
Liz, 36.
All right. And Liz, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just didn't feel that initial attraction. Okay. You're a handsome guy, but I just didn't.
I hate when women say that. Just say you think he ugly. You're a handsome guy, but I'm not attracted to you. I've never met a woman that I thought was beautiful that I'm not attracted to. Right? There's one thing about being attracted to somebody and not wanting to act on that attraction, right? Because of whatever boundaries you have. Pardon me, Nay?
No, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. No,
Go ahead.
I just think that when women say that to a man, they don't want to tell him, frankly, you're ugly to me. Yeah, I mean, but that's just me. If I find a woman to be physically beautiful, more than likely, I'm going to find her to be attractive. Right? I've met women who I hate their attitudes, but they're physically beautiful, so I will still fuck them.
Right. That's women. Just because he's a handsome guy doesn't mean I have to be like your looks are in the eye of the beholder. You can be a nice looking guy, but based on his actions, I'm not attracted to his actions. But you can still be a good looking guy. So I can understand the sentiment. That's why women's brains are wired differently from y'all. I don't have, even though I consider Boris Chestnut attractive, a nice looking guy, doesn't mean I want to be with him or I want to fuck him. He's just, he's handsome. So yeah, for men, y'all may think like that, but for women, we can literally say that you're a handsome guy and not want to do anything. It is what it is.
I agree. I think that worked on both sides.
Yeah, so she can say, there's nothing wrong with what she says. She's saying, yes, you're a nice looking guy, but I'm not attracted to you. Like, it's basically based off his behavior right now, may be unappealing. All goes into character.
I agree. Let's go back to the video.
Little sassy ass.
What was that, bro?
Sassy ass. You be real sassy. Real sassy.
This shit up.
No, like he talking to the one with the green on, right?
Yes, maybe.
He don't know that she African too, right?
But she popped her balloon, so I mean, it's over. Nay, she popped her shit too.
No, I'm just saying he
her shit was popped in the beginning, though. It's over.
Yeah, he real too.
He don't even got no arms. Look at Buddy arms for this vest, Nay. It'd be different if that nigga was Jonathan Majors. Come on, cuz. You're not even ready for this arm shit. Ciao. Let's keep going, man.
Of course. That's all I can. Casual.
Nigga, you clearly will wear this out on a date. You came to meet 10 beautiful women wearing this shit. So I'm of the belief that you're lying right now. You will wear this out on a date because you wore this knowing, hey man, what you doing today? Oh, I gotta go down there and rock with Arlette. She got 10 baddies that potentially want to give me the coochie. What you wearing today, bro? Oh, I'm about to be fly as hell. Blue jeans, Navajo, Nigerian goddamn vest. I got the wooden beads and a t-shirt, my brother. Nigga, I'm about to be the crispiest motherfucker around there. Bro, what are you doing, bro? That's what I said to bro. Bro, what are you doing? Do you want to lose? Are you trying to promote that podcast you talked about? This is what we be talking about, bro. I'm gonna see if I can find his shit. And I'm gonna leave him a nice message. Said, you deserve to not get no women when you was on the show. Have a good day, sir. Bye. Bandit.
I'd like to do, I guess I could just go ahead and talk the type of date I would go. Like a museum is probably where I was first start at, and then go to like a rooftop, and then after that, probably go out dancing, and this, as being Nigerian American, right, I'm always looking for a way to like bring in where I'm from and my culture, right? Because I do think,
please do it in a more artistic, fashionable way, sir, because the way you're doing it is not good, sir.
This is not it. I'm like, I am married to an African, okay? And he still knows how to dress himself out for a date night. If we're going out on a date. Even with his own African attire, he knows how to dress it up. What shoes to wear and look presentable for a date night. Yeah, that ain't it. You look like you about to go to ride a bike or something. Like, no, that's not it. That's not it.
No, not at all. Not nearly it. Child. Can't believe he came like this.
We have an idea about what is supposed to be, I guess, like high culture, if you would, and I like to kind of bring a little bit of myself.
Okay. Now is she someone that's your type?
Dan, you was right. One of y'all said she don't close her teeth. I think that might have been Kay Cooper. She don't close her teeth. You was right, because her mouth's still open. Like, I can see her shit. She got them silly wabbit head ass looking going on, man. What's going on, Lord ADS? What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? I definitely dropped the link if you want to come over and kick it with us while we finish out this review of Pop the Balloon episode 53. Welcome to episode 1 of, right now I'm smoking, so I'm gonna say smoke and watch episode 1, season 1. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get it popping.
Not as much. I do feel a little bit of judgment, so probably not.
Okay. That's what you feel. I mean, what can I say to that?
No, nothing at all. You don't have to.
All right.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Let's go over here. Your name and age.
Sophia, 36.
And Sophia, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Initial attraction. I didn't see that we would connect. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's hard to do when a brother is wearing what he wearing, man. It's just the brother was on some straight goofy shit, What's going on, my brother ADS, man? Welcome
up, Darrel Long?
to the show.
My nigga. What up, Nate? What's going on, babe? What y'all
Hey, honey, how are you?
Good.
You ain't running from me this time.
Man, nothing much going over Pop the Balloon.
Pop the balloon. Pop
think-
the goon, nigga. Pop the goon.
So you watched the show? Have you watched the show recently?
Not recently. I watch them on like panels, man, when they be throwing them up here and kind of doing their little, their little shows based on some of these shows. Yeah, I watch them sometime, but I don't really watch. I mean, I ain't no fan of this type of stuff, really. I just ain't.
Yeah, I recently did a reaction to Sinners, and it did like 1,000 views. So I'm about to go back to just doing
My
like real
nigga,
content.
that shit was good.
You like Sinners?
Love Sinners. Thought that shit was dope, my nigga.
You know what? This Friday on my Rumble, I'm doing like a viewing party. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch Sinners live and we're gonna have a conversation about it. So I love to have you there. You know what I'm saying? I definitely I'll put my number in the back chat. That way I make sure you get the link because I don't know if you on my Instagram and stuff like that. But I didn't like the movie. I didn't like the movie at all. But in my reaction, I talked about why I didn't like the movie. But if you want to, we can have a conversation briefly why I didn't like the movie.
Well, Darrel Long, let's also be coy with each other. I can't do no real sin till after June 8th. That's Pentecost.
Okay.
So I can do little stuff. I can go chill, go do stuff like that. I can have up to 2 beers a night or 2 glasses of wine, but I can't really get into it, right? Not till after that point. You know. So,
Okay.
but mention to me why didn't you like it?
Okay, and shout out to Terry. Terry, I dropped the link, or the link should still be in the chat. If you want to come up, you're welcome to come up too. You don't got to be on camera, not on this channel. So then I'm going to spend 15 minutes on this. Give me 1 second.
Well, I can, but I'm choosing to refrain from it. That's the difference, right?
15-minute timer.
I set a 15-minute timer that will go off at 2:55 p.m.
Good. So let's briefly talk about Sinners. Do I still got my Sinners thing back here? So the movie overall, I didn't like. I think that for me, this is how I remember the movie. The movie started off with Sammy coming into the church and he was all bloody and bruised, and his father wanted him to put the guitar down. Knowing now as a viewer, we know that's the ending scene. That's when Sammy leaves to go and live the rest of his life as a musician. So then we go back and we get an introduction into the brothers. The brothers are Stack and Smoke. Smoke is the more military, stern type brother, and he has a black wife. We later on learn that they lost a child. Stack, on the other hand, is unlike Smoke. Even though they're twins, he's the more jive turkey, corn hustler type brother, and he also was. His story is the only reason why, in my opinion, they ended up dying also. But I'll talk about that in correlation to how the movie went. So Stack has this young lady named Mary. From my understanding, she was portrayed by Haley Steinfeld. And one of the things I didn't like in the story was the black people who treated her like she was black, even though she wasn't. And she was married to a white man in Mississippi. She was damn near stalking Stack. They was at a train platform where he asked her to leave and she didn't. Normally, if the situation was reversed and the black man was told to leave when a white woman said no, there would have been punishment for that. So I thought that said a lot about the time that they were in and how the law and society worked, where she don't want to be white, but she's using that same white privilege in this very moment to be in a man proximity who don't want you in his proximity. And as the simp guy, I talk to women every single day. Once women say no, no means no. When they say get out, that means get out. So, ADS, for me, those rules has to apply. That's why I don't like when she was doing to me. That seemed very stalkerish.
Well, let's also be coy here, right? When we say that, saying that she wasn't black, that's some modern age bullshit. If that's the case, I ain't black, you ain't black, ain't none of us really black. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part we tend to leave out about our history and ancestry, right? It's a very complex ancestry, saying that we have as our lineage, which is dope. I've embraced it personally. Saying if you don't want me in y'all group, I won't be in y'all group. But just remember, everybody who did something for y'all was in, my group. So that's something we need to have a discussion about. I think it's a lot deeper with the bullshit. And then secondly, man, that's just love, man. You ain't never had no girl just be so crazy about you that she just run behind your ass no matter where you go. You be gone. I had a chick like that when I was in the military. When I got back home on leave for the first time in 3 years, she ran up on me at my mama's house. Just see how I was doing. She all the way across town, got a whole new dude and everything. Come way over there.
Why you didn't marry?
Back to town.
So
I
why
get
you and her
that.
not together currently?
Because at the end of the day, I don't think I was no good for her, and she wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? She was too good for me. How about that?
But see, ADS, my thing wasn't even about like whether you marry her or not. Like, just to stick to the story, the whole thing is this. Even though I agree with you, there is a conversation of nuance that can be had based on the technology and understanding that we have today in 2025. But the story would took place in the from my understanding, maybe somebody can correct me, off the top of my head, it was 1930s, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, you know what I'm saying, she would have been able to still move around like a white woman. This is why later on, when the vampires pulled up, they said, well, we can't be here because we white. Why is she here? Because her blackness isn't identified like ours is. But that's just one thing, right? So to get to, you know, the crux of the story, you know, they end up going to buy this jukebox place from what we learn later is a clan leader. And one of them goes to recruit, Stacks goes to recruit players. It's not players. I'm doing so many. Listen, I'm doing too many things right now. Let me focus. Stack goes to recruit people who could play in the jukebox. He goes to recruit a pianist who is portrayed by Delroy something. I can't remember his last name, but legendary actor. Okay. And he's the pianist. And then he goes and he go get Sammy. And Sammy, you know, he's going to be the new like the new person singing right after the piano guy. So they get to the jukebox. Let's go ahead and go straight there. Matter of fact, I can't do that. I got to go to the market to introduce Grace and Bo's character. Stack goes to Grace and Bo, who are Asian Americans. This is the most important part to me. Okay. Now, ADS, I have to play certain videos that I play on the reaction to actually contextualize my point here. So let me say this. Asian Americans have traditionally profited off black people, but when shit got hard, they tucked their tails and they left black people on their own. This movie embodied exactly that, because we had a situation where Grace and Bo, they made money off Stack and Smoke. They was able to sell them poetry, right? But when the moment the vampires put up, Grace literally tells Bo, "This is not our fight, right? Go out and get the car so we can leave." But I don't want to just skip forward to everything. So again,
No. That's a good part. That's great symbology for what we currently experience as black men and women in our communities. Remember, the Asians stood with us, the Latins stood with us when they needed us. They were, you know, saying they were right beside us because they understand there's a difference between being allies and being friends. We saw them as friends; they saw us as allies. That's totally different. And the characters of Stack and Smoke represent the modern man and the traditional man, right? You know, saying Stack was more the modern man and Smoke was more the traditional black man. The traditional black man did not date out. The old school black man, like your granddaddy's granddaddy, you know what I'm saying, granddaddy, they wouldn't even look at white women that way. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they knew it was something always associated with it, right? That was more trouble to them than what it was worth. Versus Stack is more of a modern man like myself. I kind of get his point of view. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying, we to the point we don't see it that way. We don't care. We want, you know what I'm saying, we go get it. And he wanted her, he went and got her. You know, there's so much great symbology in the movie, including like the you know, saying how we get misappropriated so easily by people of other cultures, right? Who come with our lyrics and come with our songs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I rob Poe, you know what I'm saying? What's his face? You know what I'm saying? I rob, that's a black song back made in the 1920s, a blues song. And them singing out front to me was pure misappropriation just to get into that club, right? So they can get in there and destroy everything that we had built. I got that symbology tenfold because that happens in current days. Too many people who are willing to misappropriate our particular culture to get in good with us and with other folks just so they can use us for what their ends are. And once they're done with us, they drain us and they are gone. You know, that happens way more often than what we talk about. I got that part 1,000%. So we was okay. Back to Grace and Bo.
No, yeah, I definitely. No, I appreciate you speaking on the movie too. So I'm gonna put the banner down so you guys can see the video. I have 2 videos. Only thing I asked is just let the videos play, and then we'll speak right afterwards. This is the first video about an Asian American young lady giving her take on Sinners. Let's go.
Sinners in theaters last weekend, and
Hold on. Let me turn down this background music because I want to make sure you guys hear this.
was a cinematic masterpiece. So freaking good. And there are so many layers. Beyond just the beautiful film, the beautiful storyline, there are so many layers that go into it. I'm not going to be the person that goes into all of it. But one thing that I did want to talk about, and I can't stop thinking about, is the East Asian family. Because what that family did in that movie and what it represents feels so relevant in today's climate and honestly relevant in a lot of key moments in our country's history. So in the beginning of the film, you see that the Asian family has a very good, positive relationship with the Black community. They know each other's families, they're doing business together, they're partying together. A lot of it clearly hinges on the Asian family profiting off the Black community. They're able to sell products, goods, and services. But then when you get to the end of the film and when the vampires come and it's not so good anymore, you see that the Asian family is so quick to throw everyone under the bus. Another Asian creator who did a whole deep dive on this, I'll try to tag them, but he essentially talks about how the Asian family was willing to sacrifice the Black community, aka the exact community who was doing business with them, who was propping them up when things were good. And instead of standing in solidarity with them through good and bad, they're willing to sacrifice the exact people who help them the moment they're disadvantaged. That one thing really made me think of the role that Asians have played in the history of our country and the way that we have been complicit in a lot of social issues. Of course, there's a lot of nuance and history and compassion I have for Asian immigrants and the reason why they did the things they did in this country to survive. That said, I feel like I can still be critical and see that the way that Asian Americans have really benefited from other Black and people of color advocating for rights in this country, and Asian Americans really leaning into their proximity to whiteness. It feels so relevant today with everything going on in our country and the way that I see Asian Americans, and I say this as a very privileged Asian American, the way that we are so complicit and worse, ambivalent to what's happening. There are other groups of people in the Asian community who aren't doing it, who aren't being complicit and ambivalent because of fear. They're doing it because they think that they're so close to white people. They do it because they think this will never happen to them, especially right now when K-pop and K-content is so profitable in America right now. Do you not remember 20 years ago, Asian culture was not considered cool. It was not considered profitable. But because it is considered cool and profitable, we are all benefiting from it. But don't let that fool you or give you a false sense of security, and know that it is important that we should stand in allyship and in solidarity with all groups of people who are marginalized in this country, because we also are one of those people. I watched the movie Sinners in theaters last weekend, and
Let me stop you there, Darrel. I
Yes,
love your
sir.
statement to the end. We should stand in solidarity with all people. No. Not all people deserve your support. We deserve your support. We've earned it. You know what I'm
She said
saying?
all marginalized people.
All marginalized people, yes. That not all marginalized people deserve their support. They haven't earned it. You know, you got to earn this, right? We had to go through the fire. We still go through shit to this day. Even though things are much better than what they once were, let's not mistake, it's still very prevalent to our existence. You know what I'm saying? Just for being Black, there are certain things associated with us, especially as Black men. So when they say stand in solidarity with all these other groups, to me, that sort of pisses me off because they haven't earned the right to. The only thing they've done is leech off our rights. You know what I'm saying? And made themselves into a groups and been able to actually form out, you know what I'm saying, their particular agendas based off what we suffered. You know, they've done that to profit off our pain. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very selective about the marginalized, quote unquote, groups I support. Very selective about them, because at the end of the day, I think most of these groups are nothing but, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of, you know, degenerates, you know, right? Deviants who are just trying to build things based off what we've already created. So I disagree with her on that.
But the rest of the statement.
She called us allies, not friends. Keep that in mind too. That's what I've been saying. We see them as friends. They see us as allies.
I agree. Nay, before I play the next video, you want to comment on anything the young lady had to say?
I actually kind of agree with where the idea. Like, I don't consider the community my friends. Yeah, they can be a good ally, but we're not friends because, of course, they've always shown us, they've always given us their ass to kiss, even though they profit off of us. So I don't have no remorse for, if anything happens to them because we don't have to. They're still not going to the same turmoil that us as American blacks or black African American people go through on a day-to-day basis. You have a whole bill that protects you, but we are the ones that built this country, and we still don't have any bills. That the bill, the amendments that's supposed to protect us, don't protect us. So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not really feeling. I hear what you're saying, but I'm like, okay, you can take the shit and can.
I
Honestly.
get that. I get that. Okay, I understand that. Um, for me, the reason why I played this is because, like I was talking about with the whole movie with the sinners theme. Before I go to the next video, is I was very disappointed that there was so much violence towards other black men, but when it came time to defend everybody, they allow Grace character, who was an Asian person, and she let the vampires in. And when she did that, she disregarded everybody else's safety because of her own selfishness. And to me, I'm not sure if the writers wanted it to go that way, but because it did go that way, I saw the story as trash. Sorry, that's my timer. Yeah, I saw the story as trash. That disappointed me. Watching Stack, die because he didn't even want to be with this woman. She made him into a vampire, and they, damn near forcing him. So it's a lot of things that I can say about
Well,
Sinners, but
Darrell,
yeah, go ahead.
a little correction there, brother. He did want to be with her. He yearned for that woman. He just knew he could never really have her. She was married. And to this day, I'm a firm believer is that a sure shot way to piss God off is to mess with a married woman. That's a sure shot way to make him angry and him forget your ass. And he did. He used it. He used his sin of lust because, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying, just by the way he behaved towards her that whole entire evening showed me that, from a man perspective, that's how we behave when we really want somebody. If I care nothing about you, I let my cousin have you. If I want you, I let my cousin do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's on y'all, right? That ain't nothing to do with me. But if I want you, I'll go over there. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it known that, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm the man around here. This is mine. That's being territorial. So he did want her, but at the end, he couldn't handle her. She was far too fiery for him. She was hot to the touch, but he touched her anyway. And there was a consequence to it.
Okay. I'm gonna play one more video about Sinners, and then I'm gonna get back to the Pop the Balloon, and then I might do a whole separate show about Sinners and recap everything that I said before, especially because I'm planning on watching the video. So here's the video. Okay, so this was the original video that went viral of the young man talking about Sinners. Let's do it.
I watched Sinners, and I'm not so sure if I'm the one to speak on this, but one of the many lessons I learned from it is there's so much power in shutting the fuck up. Come on in! What are you doing? Shut up. Why is your vengeance and anger so much more important than your solidarity to the Black community who has been there for you, who has uplifted you since the very beginning? Oh, it's because you're only willing to participate if you profit off of them. As a store clerk. Now, there's a lot of history there, but suddenly the moment you're oppressed, the moment your proximity to whiteness widens, you're willing to throw everyone who has supported you under the bus to get your piece? Look at you. That being said, I'm going to shut the fuck up now.
Yeah, I think he had a good point. Go ahead, ADH.
I think deep down in a lot of Asian people's soul, they really do like us more than what they put on, right? But I think there's a selective group that has far too much power in this country due to the commerce, right? And due to their connection with China, that have been doing a whole lot of talking on behalf of them. Because remember, when they were removed from the affirmative action in schools, that didn't really affect black men. Black men were only using affirmative action at Harvard, like, what is it, 6-7%? You know what I'm saying? Asian men were actually using it more than we was, like 12, 13, 14%. That was Asian men, you know, who were using that. So it affected them more than it even affected us to a certain extent. That's why we didn't march and get mad over, because it really wasn't affecting us. It was affecting women and other minorities a whole lot more than it affected us, because Harvard was selectively choosing who they wanted in their schools. It's a game, man. It's a game with these folks, right? You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, even though these laws are in place, they still play games with those laws, right? You know what I'm saying? Where they allow certain folks that they want to use those laws versus the people who really deserve those laws, right? That's a game they've been playing for years with us. That's a progressive game. But I think somewhere deep down in their souls, you know what I'm saying, they realize that, hey, you know what I'm saying, we've been their friends, and they, you know what I'm saying, well, they've been our friends. Maybe we should start being more friendly to them, or more friendlish with them, because Asians really aren't the friendly types, really. They're more sneaky. Asians really are sneaky people, you know, right? They're naturally sneaky. So for them, you know, just a little bit of an inch towards that, and for them to say that, it does mean a lot, that they recognize, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, maybe we've been betraying their trust, you know what I'm saying, at the cost of what, right? What have we gained from it? The elites have gained from it, but the average Asian person just lost rights versus gained rights under these particular circumstances. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking that, you know, maybe we should strike up the band and somehow or another, you know what I'm saying, re-engineer Black Lives Matter to make it a little better. Because Black Lives Matter, when it first, I was there in 2020, then DC, Philadelphia, and New Jersey, New York, when we was doing our thing, right, as a group. And guess what? I'll say this out loud, Simp God. It felt good. It felt good to be around, you know what I'm saying, people that just cared about us. It felt real good. But then it got all corrupted, because I don't want to say why, but we all know why. And now we're here, right? At this point in the sentence. You know what I'm saying? We're here at this point in history. But I think if they knew that and actually put the right folks in the right places and skip black, it ain't got to be all super black. It ain't got to be, especially not ran by women. I think it should be the best people for the job in those positions, right? Volunteer or pay or otherwise. And let's see where that thing can really go. Because I think we can get a whole lot more done as a group, as a collective, than we can do as individuals.
I definitely agree with you, big bro. My wife says Asian people, she's addressing the center thing before I play the video. She says Asian people don't like us at all. They never stand with us on anything throughout history. So how can you say they like us? That's ridiculous.
Let me tell you who doesn't like us. It's not about liking or disliking. It's about the territorialism, right? Territorialism is the ultimate adjective and basically the root of tribalism and racism. That is the root, is territorialism, right? A lot of people are so afraid of losing what they have in association with us that they're afraid to even say, saying that they want to be around us nowadays, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's more of that, I believe, the territorialism. If they go, see, that's the thing we don't talk about. There's a reason why black men tend to get some of the lower class women from different communities and cultures. It's not that the upper class women don't like us. It's that they know if they leave their community and be with us, right, they have to have a sure shot way, and it has to be stable enough, right, where they don't need to go back. Because if they go back, they'll be treated as outcasts, mud dogs. You know what I'm saying? They get treated like trash when they go back to those communities, especially if they got kids. So it's different for them than it is for us. We the only community that allows our women to go out and date who they want to date and bring back whatever they bring back. Other communities of men don't allow that. That's territorialism. So it's totally different over there for them than it is for us.
Okay. So to address what my wife said first, wife, that's not historically accurate. Let me see if I can find it specifically. I do remember this. So I do remember Asians and blacks protesting Black Lives Matter. I remember that happened in the Bay Area. But specifically the Panthers. Back in the day, the Black Panthers had Asian people also protesting. So I want to play a video just to, I like to have, real life conversations. So I want to show you guys a video because also I don't believe I know everything. Sometimes it's best to cite my sources like we did in college. So this video comes from the Asian Health Services, and this is um an image from the 60s where a young lady who was Asian was holding a picket up, like a picket sign saying power to the people, black power to black people, yellow power to yellow people. Okay, so let's watch this video.
At that point in time, most of the other ethnic groups, the minorities, got a lot of inspiration from the African Americans.
Black is beautiful. Greenwood. Said I want you free. Greenwood.
In the early 70s and in the late 60s, spirit of the Panther, we could say, that spirit permeated everything in Oakland. Oakland was certainly a place where everyone was engaged in some sort of political, social activity toward creating a different and better world.
A lot of the Asian Americans also participated in the civil rights movement, the movement against the war in Vietnam. There was also a movement to return to the community. Locally here in Oakland, there was what was called EPICA. In 1973, they formed a health project that did a health fair and a survey looking into the needs of Chinatown, which at this point was mostly Chinese. And the turnout was spectacular, highlighting the desire of this community for more information and telling us what their needs were. And because of the success of the health fair, a subsequent group got together, other people from this community, not just students anymore, started to draw up bylaws, seek funding, and eventually formed Asian Health Services. I think we were incorporated in 1974.
So the Black Panthers, especially because everybody know the Black Panthers was founded in Oakland, California by Huey P. Newton. A lot of the Asians out there, they work with the Panthers. They protested with the Panthers, and they drew influence from the Panthers as far as creating their own health fairs in the same ways that they would see the Panthers create health fairs. That's all I want to show my wife, But wife, welcome to the show, my beautiful, beautiful wife carrying my 10-pound baby. Man, did you just come over here? She can't. Or did she go?
Absolutely no. Yeah, this is some BS. I'm not going to sit here and allow two black males to tell me that, oh, it's because of territorialism that they did this and did that. I feel like that is excuses after excuses. Y'all always want to make excuses for all of these other races and never see that they don't care about us. They never have. They never will. Just because you can point out the little 2% or the little 1% of the population that may have had something to do with it. But it's crazy to me that they have never cared about us. They have never stood with us, never fought with us. They got that Asian hate bill passed, right? But then nobody say, oh, we need that black bill added into this Asian hate bill. No, they're all about preservation for themselves as always. So for us to sit up here and act as if, oh, it was because of territorialism and they don't know. And, we got to understand their perspective. Absolutely not. I'm sick and tired of black. This is why we're on the bottom now. Because we're so weak when it comes to everybody else. Everybody else goes before us. Every other race goes before us. And then we make excuses for every other race to why we're on the bottom, to why they're on top, and to why we have to be friends with them or work with them or collaborate with them. This is why we are on the bottom right now. They don't care about us. We literally had an Asian hate bill passed, and John Lewis had a bill in Congress to be passed about black people. No one looked at it. Asians didn't care about it.
Anti-lynching bill, George.
Exactly. We had all kind of bills for black people. No one cared. I don't care what they do. I'm not trying to be their allies. I'm not trying to be their friends. They don't care about our children. They'll put their stuff in our neighborhoods, but yet they'll take us out if they think that, oh, we're stealing something. We have plenty of stories about that. Their stores and stuff, are they in white neighborhoods? No, they're not. Are they in Hispanic neighborhoods? No, they're not. But they're in a neighborhood, our neighborhoods, to profit off us, but yet they don't put any money back into the neighborhood. I'm not trying to hear anything about it. I'm sick and tired of us always wanting to give grace for every other race, and no other race gives grace to us ever. And I'm gonna get off because I'm a little upset. So I'll holler at y'all later.
Gently, before you go, I was gonna talk to you about that a little bit. The reason why they're in our neighborhoods and not their neighborhoods is because there's a bill that was passed back in the 30s and 40s where they couldn't start and develop businesses in white neighborhoods. They made sure that was a real thing. The Asians themselves aren't the worst people to deal with, to be honest with you. It's more of the Middle Easterners that come over here with that attitude of slavery, because back in the days, they used to actually export slaves from Africa too. Asians didn't do that. And then for three, she's absolutely right. We don't love ourselves. I'll say that out loud. We don't love us enough. We do tend to project our love to everyone else, and the love we're looking for, we expect it from them in return, but we don't love ourselves as a people. We really don't. You know what I'm saying? We mistreat each other. We are cruel to each other. We are unkind to each other. And we condone that amongst ourselves, you know, right? We need to treat us better. But all right, Darrel, I'm getting ready to get up out of here, brother. Good talking today. Thank you for having me up. You too, Nate. Good talking to you, Honey Bun. I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, my brother. I appreciate you.
All right, see you later. Yeah, but I actually do agree wholeheartedly with Jimmy. That's why I wasn't really saying much, because I had already said my people. I really don't care about no Asians. I really don't. They have always given us their ass shit, regardless of how much of an ally they quote themselves to be. I don't care, because they're not going to march with us. They're not going to march with us when stuff really gets tough. Why they're not marching with us right now? Why they feel that they're not part of DEI, or why do they feel like they're part of the whites only until it's only where you can see signs here in Georgia right now, where they're sitting up putting it up in school, a white fountain and colored fountain. Like, they're gonna sit up and drink at the white fountain. They're not gonna go to the colored fountain and drink there. So why would I give a fuck about their opinion or if they're an ally of mine? I watch just like I watch my enemies, I watch my friends close. I watch my allies close, because your allies know a lot about you, and then when they get the opportunity, they will turn on you. I.e., we had that situation with you there, correct? Was you thought
Right.
your friend? So I don't trust no other culture. I don't trust nobody. And they're not going to sit here and help us when time gets tough. They never have, and they never will. I don't care about a small group of Asians that helped Black Panthers in the 1970s. I really don't care about them, because they're not helping us no other way. But they can eat off of us, correct? Oh, okay. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, okay. How about y'all have territory about your own shit? How about you sit up and go overtake somebody else's territory? Black man, stop trying to be worried about it's terrorism or they come out of their people. What? Okay, then you need to be territorial about your women and your land. But y'all not fighting for your women or your land. You're going to other women. I'm just saying. Like, I don't care about none of that.
No, K Cooper, I don't think her mic is low. It's the background is loud. It's not the mic is low, love. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna talk about the whole situation with sinners a different day. Let's get back to the video. Now I know I gotta set another sinners video. Let's go ahead and get it done tomorrow. How about that? I'm gonna go ahead and make the sinners video stream and set it all up today. Let's get it.
No, why so?
We are in a similar career fields. I'm an artistic director for a dance company.
Oh, snap.
So I definitely relate to what you practice for work.
Right.
I have similar interests. I love reading. I enjoy going to museums. Some of the same similarities.
Oh, she throwing bro an alley-oop. Only thing you gotta do is catch
But
this
you know
time.
what? I suspected that, because I remember her saying that she was a dance teacher. So she's into art, so they would be a good match. Nobody's breaking.
They stand in the chat and they can't hear you at all. I should tell you that.
Yeah, because this man is in front of me talking loud. Oh.
All right.
So.
Nice. Do you guys have any questions for one another?
Sure. Oh, you want to go first? Go
I
ahead.
do.
Yeah.
What is your faith?
My faith?
Yes.
Okay. So I grew up Christian. I grew up Roman Catholic, right? And I continue. I like to say that, like, I continue to go to church. Like, those metaphors work for me a lot. The teachings of Jesus. Grace is probably one of the most like pivotal things that I think that I really, really take from that, the idea of like having grace with oneself and having grace with other people. I'm also very, very curious about other religions, other belief systems. Like, you know, I'm constantly exploring, whether it be like, you know, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, just like.
He don't sound like he. How are you exploring all these faiths? Like, are you a part of all these faiths, sir, or are you just exploring shit? Oh yeah, I study Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Voodooism, Hoodooism, atheism. Child,
Like, curious about.
you ain't got no consistency. And I think that's one of the main things that women don't like in this space when they talk to men is they lack conviction and they lack consistency. It's a major, major problem. But nevertheless, let's continue.
Those things.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pop.
Cool.
Damn. Even the woman who had the most in common with you popped her balloon. Child.
I'm like, but he looked like the type of talk to on a woman, and he did just that. He had one job, one assignment. He didn't understand. Damn. But the right woman.
Fuck the whole thing up. Child. Let's get it.
Why'd you end up popping?
I am a firm believer in Jesus Christ, and I prefer to date someone who is firm in their beliefs and shares that commonality.
Yeah.
All right. Now she's someone that you would go for?
I did really appreciate, especially when you said you're an artistic director, you know. I also appreciated that you said that you like to read. That was great. I was going to ask you what the last book you read was. What was the last book you read? Just out of curiosity.
Sure. Well, I'm currently reading a book by Eric Butterworth,
Okay.
Discover the Power Within You.
Right.
So,
self-help, self-betterment.
Yeah, it ties in my beliefs, so my faith, and then just how to harness that power from within and exude it out. So yeah. Well,
he never had a chance with these women. The outfit, the personality, the lack of charisma. I mean, child. Why come to a dating show not prepared to actually get a date? I would never understand why y'all do that. But you know what? It's not for me to understand. It's for y'all ladies to make fun of his vest and his beads that he's wearing around his neck in the chat. That's why we do this. Let's go.
What was the last book? Well, I guess.
I mean, you
Come on,
popped on him, girl.
Bye, nigga. You're not getting no wife today. And I love how her show is all black women. I love that. When I watched the Netflix show, and never mind. You know what? I'm gonna say that for a pre-recording. Let's go.
Go to the movies, work out.
So let's see who popped their balloon first. You got the girl who teeth don't close. Her, yeah. So she popped her balloon first. We don't call her Teeth. So Teeth, she decided that whatever he got going on is not good enough already. Boring. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you look for in a woman?
He's tall. Look how much taller he is compared to Arlette. He's tall. And the rest of the ladies. He's towering over these ladies. And still he wasn't enough. Let's go.
Fit, feminine, and friendly.
Oh, it's over. This nigga want to be Kevin Samuels. He said he want a woman fit, feminine, and friendly. Child, it's over.
For fun.
Travel, go to the movies, work out.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you look for in a woman?
Fit, feminine, and friendly. Definitely just health. Health is big. And being combative, I would say.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we did get pop balloons.
It's over, bro. He doesn't look at him. Look at you.
I'm like, combative. What do you mean combative? So you telling me that you can just say what you want to me and I can't say nothing back to you? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's combative.
No, like fit, feminine, and friendly. Like, okay, so you put kitten boots and shit. Like, how old are you? You 47. You pushing 50, sir.
One set of jail and the other two sons in jail.
Like you pushing 50. Stop it.
Yeah, they in chain gang.
Stop
too,
it. That's
so we
it.
all were jammed up. But I mean,
Okay.
Okay, Cooper said he got his ass cooked. Yeah, now he only got 2 different options. The rest of the ladies, why would they want to be involved with somebody who, who basically want to control them? I don't control my wife, man. I think that's such a waste of my energy and the time that God has given me on this earth. I'm not gonna waste it trying to control what a woman do. That's a waste of my time. I love you, you love me. Let's just keep loving each other. But that control shit, that shit's for the birds. Top tier bandit. And I always tell y'all ladies, watch out for these men wearing suit clothing with no tie. Ciao.
Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping.
Okay.
All right, we'll start here with your name and age.
Hi, my name is Shahir. I'm 35.
Great. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
You're very handsome, very well put together. Love your outfit. You just remind me, you look like my dad. So I'm gonna have to.
Damn, granddaddy. Go back, look at you. This is what happened when y'all wait till y'all 50s and y'all want to settle down and go get, a woman from a dating show. You're gonna get embarrassed, bro. You're gonna get embarrassed. Let's go.
To pass on that.
Okay, it's all good.
Good luck to
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
Hi, I'm Janaea Moore with 808 in Trinity. I'm 33. And I ended up popping my balloon because age difference, just a little bit older, but like you're actually like my type.
Okay.
So, but you're just a little older.
Yeah, you too old for these ladies, bro. It's over. I want to see what the other lady's gonna say, man. Shout out to the Christian girl. She's standing her ground. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Now she's someone that's your type.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
What makes her your type? Could you talk it a little bit?
I mean, I like her style, I like her look, and I like that the age range is great. I mean, 30s is good. 10-year difference is great these days. With maturity and energy. So yeah,
15 years, but yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
I'm a math person.
That's all good. Yeah.
Damn. Now she corrected you on a little 10 years ain't nothing, my baby. 15 years, nigga. But clearly that means nothing to you. Red flag on the fucking play. Man, stop playing with me. But he thought he was about to come in there and get some young cuckoo. What is wrong with y'all, bro? Look at the other girls laughing at you, or let everybody laughing at you. My wife added again. She says, how are you a college professor and therapist? You know how much time, how much work and time and effort goes into being a college professor and to have a therapy. And to be a therapist. LOL. What the hell? What the helly? I don't believe him. Oh my God. I'm such a narcissist. I make myself laugh. Oh my God. Anyway, let me keep going. They all laughing at your old goofy ass, bro. If I was 50, I wouldn't even be out here trying to date no 30-year-olds, bro. I'm talking about 45 and older. Fuck it, bro. You gotta be in your cougar status. But man, these days, I guess they different.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go here. Your name and age.
My name is Liz. I'm 36.
Hi.
Liz, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You're gonna hate this, but you remind me of my dad too. In the best way. In the best way.
Okay.
Like, you're an attractive guy.
Okay. All right.
I just was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
just remind me of my
Yeah.
dad. I'm so sorry.
What about him reminds?
Just your energy. You seem very like lively, and you're
Okay.
a little bit
Yeah.
older than me. I'm only 36.
Yeah. All right. It's all
But
good.
yeah, you just remind me of my dad. Like this.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Nigga, you remind her of her pop. That's crazy. You think she about to come home to your old job turkey ass? You got the gray beard too, bro. It's over, bro. Bro, it's so... You thought that you was about to get one of these young tenderonis. Look at Arlette laughing at you. You remind me of my papa. Your demeanor and everything. Shit, you nigga got one button up on the suit. That nigga thought he was James St. Patrick, bro. This shit crazy.
Smile, like
Hey,
everything.
it's all
My wife says he hit the wall. Oh my.
That's true.
He hit the wall and he's a red flag if he talking about feminine and friendly. He's a rat child.
all right.
No,
yeah.
she's someone that's your type.
Yeah, I would say so. She has a nice smile, good, good attitude, good energy. So yeah.
Notice he not saying she remind me of my daughter. She remind me of my niece. Boy, I'm gonna have to do a video about age range because like I'm really about to get in my listen. If you guys love me now and the content that I've made so far, I'm about to push it to the next level. And I think it's about time we talk about age and consent and child. But I'm noticing that they're saying you remind me of my dad. I can't date you. These older men never say you're too young for me. You remind me of my daughter. Like it's very, very, very weird shit, bro. But come on, let's go, old man.
I would say so. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your name and age.
Nikki, 33.
Hi,
Nikki,
Nikki.
why'd you end up popping
Yeah.
your balloon?
I might want to unpop it.
Oh, okay. Do you want?
Oh, she said she about to unpop that thing. Let's get it.
The balloon back?
Do you want me to take it back?
It's up to you.
I do, kind of.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Let's get
Yeah.
another balloon for Nikki.
Yeah. The OG just made a major fucking comeback. Let's go, OG, man. Talk to these niggas.
I love to cook.
Nice. Okay.
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 What's going over here? Name and age.
They seem like some keepers right now. They saying everything that bro want to hear. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooking, submissive, quiet. Okay. This is what the modern male wants, right? They want women who are quiet and cooking. That's not what I require for my wife, but what I see in these spaces, these fit, feminine, and friendly men, this is what they require. The ladies are giving it up. Hey, let's keep going. It's getting spicy. She seems like she's a fun young lady. Beautiful. Okay. Terry, are you saying that you would date Teeth? Let's see what happens.
And over here, your name and age and what do you like to do for fun?
Sophia, 36. I love hot yoga. I'm also a DJ, a designer, and a music publisher. So very creative. I like to make dresses, bodysuits, and I'm Ghanaian, so I love pushing the African culture and being a first generation Ghanaian American. Yeah, just representing. So that's what I love to do.
Okay.
That's also a very nice answer. My wife says, don't nobody want his deficient sperm. That's not good after 35. His sperm too old. Terry says he has no game. Damn. Even the men against this, bro. Man, that's crazy. Even the fellas against bro. So Terry, what could he do that would garner the attention of these women? Let me know, Terry. Let me know in the chat. You know what? Let's go.
And can we get your name?
My name is Josh.
Josh, okay. And Josh, how old are you?
Well, I got two ages.
Oh.
All right. So chronologically I'm 40.
Okay.
But biologically I'm 35.
And how does that work?
Well, chronologically it's like time,
Yeah.
you know, and biologically it's like health. Health
Oh,
markers.
okay. So you're saying health-wise, you're 35.
So health-wise, he's 35. Age-wise, he's 40. You got this, man.
Shut up. There are certain things you can do at 35 that you can't do at 40. There are certain things that you can do at 40 that you can't do at 50. You can do, yeah.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'm about to be 30. I'm about to be 35 this year, guys. Right? But My biological actual age is 109. I'm actually a very much wiser man than y'all realize. That's why I'm the simp God. Child. Every single time. My wife says, don't have me start pulling up pictures of my sperm after a certain age and how it loses quality. Oh, pulling. Oh, but you still shitting on old nigga sperm in the chat? Child. Your mom is not good at 50 or after 50, bro. Just because you're still out here able to procreate doesn't mean you have quality good sperm. Yep, she is. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. All right. We'll let you have it. And what do you do?
I work in the mental health field.
Nice. Very nice. What are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to work out, roller coasters. What else? I skydive before, read books. So yeah.
Okay. All right. And what do you look for in a woman?
She has to have the divine feminine, kind.
What woman alive doesn't have the divine feminine? Is there a woman that y'all can tell me that y'all ever met where she didn't have? What is the divine feminine? Is it when they have the ability to make children? It's like, what is? Oh my God, here we go again. She has to have the divine feminine. These vague ass answers that almost any woman can possess. Child.
Compassionate. Yeah.
Okay. And some deal breakers?
Deal breakers. Kids.
Okay. Kids. Okay. That's
Like
your
multiple baby daddies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So we haven't got any pop balloons, but before we go over there, we did have you on the show before and you ended up matching. What happened with your match?
Yeah, it just didn't work out.
Didn't work out. Okay.
Hold on, sir. So you matched with somebody before and it didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? And why are you being vague about everything? What kind of woman do you want? Just a woman who's nice and cool. What happened with your last relationship? Just didn't work out. Red flag is given top tier bandit. Okay. It's over.
Okay. Well, welcome. Oh, okay. We did get a
We got a pop balloon, ladies and gentlemen. We got a pop balloon. Let's get it.
pop. Come on over here.
I would say someone who can provide. It was some years ago. So I dated somebody like younger and I was just like someone who can provide. I need someone who can provide and someone who can match me physically. And I mean, at that time I was intimate. I'm not anymore. I'm waiting till marriage now. But at the time, he just didn't match me sexually, and I knew that even before we were intimate. So I should have just never done it.
Okay. So listen, guys. The rest of this I'm gonna do on a pre-recording. My wife almost on with the food and stuff, and then I got some other work I'm about to do. But listen, the way I'm going to be doing this, guys, is I'm gonna be doing private pre-recordings because I'm gonna obviously take this down and I have to change it that way we can fit within the realm of fair use, which we do not right now. So what I want to always do is make sure I get people who actually want to be participants of the show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my email on the community wall, and from there anybody who want to be a part of the show can just let us know the pre-recordings or the live shows, and then that's how we're going to start sending out the links. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to let Nate close us out if she's available, and I'll see you guys later.
All right, thank you for coming to another episode of the Daily Rundown. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell just in case you want to hear local news, latest reactions, and a little bit of message shit. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, guys.
All right, Nate. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later.